to late edition of Dashcam Diary of a Disabled with me, Chronically Happy. I am on my way back from my show this Friday evening, Saturday morning now, because it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm headed back from Eugene at the long drive. I started getting very sleepy, and the only thing I know that helps keep me awake is talking. So, hey, I'm going to talk my way home, because that's the only way that my brain stays active. And I get really bored on like straight road trips. It's like a straight shot on I-5, and then plus a highway, but I'm not going to mention that. But there are typically back roads that I would take, but I'm not taking those. I'm not taking those because it is extremely foggy out, and my headlights really suck. And the more farmland that I'm around in big open fields, the foggier it's going to be. So I'm going to have a very difficult time seeing with going the back roads. Even though it's faster, I'm actually gaining mileage by going out of my way, going the way that I'm going. But I would much rather be safer, because there's a lot of sharp turns on those backcountry roads with all this fog, and it's extremely hard to see, especially with this fog. And of course, there's going to be lots of patches of fogs in areas where there's a lot of farmland. There's a lot of farmland out where my town is. So it is what it is. I had a great time tonight. I traded some candy. I got rid of my necklaces I was holding up in my first video. I did not give away my cup. I did give away the square cup because, oh my gosh, this dude's vibe, like, he had like the coolest vibe dance moves that out of anybody that was around me. And I'm like, dude, this dude is like way into this freaking music, and I liked his energy. I was like, dude, you had like a unique energy, and I felt like the only kind of candy that would be appropriate was the square or the cube bracelet. Even though it's not a perfect bracelet, I did want to reinforce it with blue earlier, but I hope that dude cherishes it. His girlfriend or a woman that he was with came up to me and like traded. She's like, since he doesn't have anything to trade, I'll trade you this. And she gave me a bracelet, candy. So I got so many smiles from the people that I gave candy to. Not everybody had anything, but the girl that I gave the hog twa to, I don't know if she was offended or if she liked it, but she definitely showed her friends and they were laughing. So she thanked me like 2 or 3 times. She thought it was awesome. And then a friend that she was with, after they like laughed about it or whatever, she came over and gave me a bracelet. So the 2 things that I gave away, like my big necklace and then my square bracelet, more before a show, but I had a disgruntled day. I posted the video. I didn't do all the hashtags, but I did. I showed. It's my thumbnail of the burnt pizza pan. So once you all see that, hit thumbnail if you haven't watched it already. And that's how my day went prior to this. I was having a really bad couple days, and I'm like, you know what, even though I spent way too much money on tonight's ticket, because it was a sold out show, I paid like quadruple the amount that the ticket really cost. I paid over $100 for a $30 ticket. I'm so mad at myself for not going through, you know, the vendor that I needed to get the price that the ticket really deserved. So I got ripped off for waiting for the last minute. I bought my ticket today, the day of the show. It was actually cheaper to buy it yesterday, and I didn't buy it yesterday. I could have paid $60 plus a whole bunch of service charges by the third party that I bought it from, which I bought it from StubHub. And they are such a ripoff. But I actually could have bought it actually probably a lot flipping cheaper at the freaking door itself of the theater. So lesson learned. I have never dealt with going to DJs before, and this was a 16 up show. Like, I wish it was like adults only, but is flying. I can't wait to get home though, so I can post pictures of the candy that I traded and see if I can locate anybody on social media platforms to be like, hey, that was me that traded that. I would love to link up on social medias and for them to like see what I do. I really hope that guy likes that cute cuff. Like, I wish I could have reinforced it better, but like, I don't know. I loved his dance moves. Like, he was he was a whole vibe. Like, he was a whole aesthetic. Like, he was moving. And there were a couple of people that I was just like, dang. Like, they motivated me. Like, I kept getting, I really enjoyed dancing tonight. I got, I had my eyes closed and I was just feeling the music and having it flow through me, and I was just dancing my heart's content away. I needed that. I really needed that stress reliever after everything that I've been through this last few days, the frustration of things. But I've done a lot better with my coping those last few days. A little bit better than normal, but I can't wait to sleep in. I can't wait to sleep in. Being up late last night, barely getting sleep for today's doctor appointment. And then I was sleepy driving all the way down to Eugene too for the show tonight. Like, I was like really sleepy. So I stopped and got some Dutch Brothers, like only 5 miles away from the venue. So I drank some of that, but I had bought a water at the show, so I could, and I gave $1 tip. Thank goodness I had some cash, because it was cash only. I didn't get a chance to really look and purchase the merchandise. I don't know who I walked in on, whose set. I missed like a good hour and a half of the beginning of the DJs, the sets. I don't know who went in what order. Like, I don't know. Like, I wished I knew who everybody was. I'm still learning DJs. I'm learning local DJs, like openers, and I don't know when Tape B took over, or did I miss Tape B altogether? Did he play last? Like, do headliners play last? I mean, I usually thought that they did. I mean, with most other music, like metal shows, it's usually the headliner goes last. But whatever it was, like the guys that went on before Tape B, they were pretty bomb. I really enjoyed their vibe too. So I don't know. I gotta look at the flyers, and yeah, check out the other people and see if they're on Spotify or what the deal was. But I only learned of Tape B at EDC Las Vegas 2024. I accidentally saw his set versus somebody else's set. I thought I was watching somebody else's set, but I was at the wrong stage because they were so close to each other. I kept confusing the two between Circuit Grounds and the other drum and bass stage. Circuit Grounds and I'm already forgetting. But anyways, doesn't matter. I was like, wait a minute. There's only one dude up there. It's like, who's that? started out because he was nostalgic, because he, you know, tape B is usually the remixes of things. You know, when back in the day, you know, you got your side A tape and side B of a cassette tape. All the good stuff and the chart toppers are usually on A, and then B, you know, are the less popular ones. Sometimes they throw in a chart topper or two on the B side, but you usually had to wait till the very end and then throw some like kind of secret song on, or you know, some wouldn't even have a tape B except for the special whatever extra or live version. Sometimes they would do that. But you used to have to plug this like auxiliary tape into your dash, into a tape cassette player, in order to play your CDs. Because it went from cassette tapes to CDs that was scratched so damn easily. But it sounded better than cassette tapes, and cassette tapes got ruined pretty easy too. They're tapes. But you had to use a pencil to like wind them up and get the tape to go back into the dispenser if it got loose and pulled out. You know, sometimes your cassette player would eat the tape and take all the freaking film out of the spool and sometimes break it. You know, like all kinds of stuff would happen with the cassette tape. So he thought about changing his DJ name so many times, but he finally, you know, second year of college, he started getting collabs with some of the other DJs, and he started to get it rise really fast, and it was just the right timing with drum and bass starting to get really like some traction, and he plays more trap, R&B, you know, rap music, rap music and the nostalgic stuff that we would listen to back on B-side tapes. Remixing some of the good stuff back in the day. But, yeah. He's getting better, I think, as an artist, and he comes out with, like, a lot of music all the time. Like, he's always releasing new stuff now. So, yeah, let's see where this DJ ends up. I'm glad to be there towards the beginning of his, it's not even the beginning. He's been a DJ since 2016, so I'm coming in late to the scene with everything. I really probably threw my back and neck and everything out too with the way I danced. But I wanted to have fun. Consequences later. I'm getting so close to home. Yay! Let's fog for the moment too. Next exit is mine. Oh, I gotta take this stuff off so bad. So I bought this stuff at Dollar Tree, and I just thought it looked cool with my outfit since I wore black and red. But this looks like a thorny. It's all glitter too. So I have glitter all over me. This just spreads like freaking wildfire, I guess. Put it kindly. This is my fanny pack. Good thing I read the directions too on my ticket. I had to go back into the house and print out my ticket for my phone. And then on the ticket it showed that I couldn't have any bag that's not see-through unless it's a fanny pack, and I'm like, oh, well, that's lovely. At least I have a fancy fanny pack that looks nice. It goes with everything because it's black. I have to get this freaking red stuff off. Sorry, guys. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's itchy. And that's the line. I'm right behind a semi truck. Trying to go on the next exit out of here. There's the red stuff. Get out of here. small and not very convenient. I was actually really thirsty, but I didn't sweat enough of it out. So that's why I've got to pee. There's my aunt lives nearby, but it's just like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, yeah, she's not going to answer the door. I'll get home at 2 o'clock this morning. Tell my parents, don't wait up. I'm like, oh, we won't. And then back in the day, I'd be so flippin' worried. But my mom hasn't been feeling good the last couple of days. I'm kind of worried about her. And my mom is going absolutely bonkers about my dad drilling into the ceiling, like my story time the other day. Continuation update. Yeah. Everything is still dusty as all get out. My mom is all about like OCD, like she does it once a year at least, and it's usually spring cleaning, but she didn't have time during the spring, and now it's more like fall cleaning, right before we're stuck in the house for all winter. We need to start busting out our puzzles now here pretty soon. But it sounds like I need to try and set up a paint night for me and my mom. She has a Groupon that she got from my brother and sister-in-law. She is not very good with technology. Like her and her side of the family, her brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles, they're so not very good with technology. Like, they're just not. And they also just don't have the attention span or the patience to, I think it's more like patience. They don't have the patience to like take the time to learn it. They would rather just somebody else do it for them, or they would have to be walked every step of the way, and I had to do a lot of it from memory. But thank goodness I'm very tech savvy in a lot of ways, and in other ways I'm not. Hence I need the editor. So I was actually just researching what an SOE does, because I didn't know what an SOE was until I saw somebody make their comment earlier that does an SOE, but they're very new subscribers, so sorry, I kind of want to do someone local, but I also kind of want to do my own marketing. It's like social, I already forget what the SOE stands for, but basically they're marketers for social media platform stuff. And well, I know where my deficits lie, and I know what would help benefit me with the algorithm. I'm not in a super huge big hurry at the same time, because I want to take my time, and I'm not trying to say I want to do it right the first time, because I don't think anybody can do it right the first time. Nobody's perfect, but there's a lot of people that have great luck with it and do great the first time around, and good on them, but I'm not going to have those expectations like I did before, where I end up just letting myself down, and I just did not want to pick it back up, and I'm still struggling to pick it back up, to learn the technology side of editing, creating my website, learning about an LLC, figuring out what kind of stuff I need to do, hiring an accountant to take care of my accounting stuff. I just want to make sure I'm doing everything the legit way, and I kind of need a high debt at the same time because I don't want to be in debt as I start going into my own small business. I want to be able to have my own money for the supplies, to be able to write things off appropriately and to do the right taxes and stuff and the things. Do all the stuff that's right, you know? I know the lighting is not that good this evening, but it's what I got. And it's really helping me stay awake by just talking. So thank you guys for sticking along with me while I drive home at 2 o'clock in the morning, where I'm normally like, I can barely keep my eyes open at home even at this time. Even when I have bad insomnia, I just can't, my mind just goes over things over and over again until I can get it off my chest. And maybe I need to have my more insomnia chats, you know, so I can actually start to process things and rewire my brain a lot faster. I end up procrastinating on trying to feel my feelings. And I need to try, I want to try to understand my feelings better. And I want to continue to grow from my feelings and learning about how to cope with feelings as they come about. And be a professional about it. And schedule times, maybe even if I don't feel like I need to, you know, maybe I'll start scheduling it into my routine to talk for like 15 minutes, like a certain day of the week. And then maybe I should get on a posting schedule and do like every Wednesday. I'm going to do my vlogging on Wednesdays and talk about what everything's happened within that 7 days between the Wednesday I posted last and the next. Maybe that's what I need, is just the consistency of a schedule of posting certain things. But it's hard to do that because I'm unreliable with my time and my routine, like schedule. Like sometimes my routine gets messed up because of different doctor appointments. Like I like my routine of like chiropractor and then my primary care, you know, on Wednesdays around the 10 o'clock, you know, going back to back. I like to schedule my other specialty appointments like on Tuesday and Thursdays, and then do, you know, my pharmacy calling, you know, on Thursdays or Tuesdays. I make phone calls on those days of the week because Monday and Friday things were hectic with like being put on hold because people trying to catch up from the weekend, and then people trying to do stuff before the weekend on Fridays before they go home. So I mean, it's all in timing and knowing what days to get a hold of what doctor's offices or billing agents or whatever. So I did go to Papa Murphy's today. I don't know if I included this in my video earlier. I'm only 2 exits away from my town. Woo! I'm going to wrap this up soon. So the results of the Papa Murphy's Lady Pizza debacle. I went in there and slapped on the counter and showed her what happened to my paper tray, to my pizza. And she turned around and accused me of like, well, I don't know what you were doing to the oven, but I can give you a free pizza. I'm like, well, I can't eat cheese very often. Well, this is going to expire within 30 days. So what's your name? But she really was trying to gaslight me, and she was giving me attitude for, you know, like, what do you want me to do about this? I'm like, well, it's kind of a safety issue with those trays. Have you ever seen this happen before? No, in my 40-something years, I've never seen that. And I'm like, should this be maybe brought up with your other managers to let y'all know that this happened? For what? You've never seen that happen assistant's right here. And he was like, and she brought it up to him, and he's like, no. So they were basically just trying to gaslight me, and she was just giving me an attitude about even giving me a free pizza within 30 days. I didn't get a gift certificate. It was written down in a book with my name and what kind of pizza I had, and it will be replaced within 30 days. And if I miss that 30 days, then I miss that 30 days, and I don't get a free one. So it has to be within 30 days because I still ate some of the pizza. Like, the other half was inedible. You expect me to eat cardboard? Like, she was giving me the hardest time about that paper, and I was just fuming pissed. And then I found out that Audible has been charging my checking account and charging my credit card amount, my Amazon Prime credit card. No wonder I couldn't pay off my Amazon credit card. It kept accruing charges that I didn't know that they were automatically charging my Prime credit card, and sometimes my Amazon Prime subscription to my Amazon Prime card. Every few months, it would be one or both or all of them would be charged to my credit card. I did not give Audible that credit card to authorize payment from. But according to Amazon, you cannot just delete it as a payment option on Amazon. You have to log into the Audible website, and it even states on the Audible website, any credit card used will be on file. And if your credit card doesn't go through for your payment for your Audible, they will automatically charge any other credit card you have used on Amazon Prime for any purchases, such as an Amazon Prime credit card on file. Some months they double charged me, but that was because the 30-day billing cycle, if there's 31 days of the month, they would charge me on the 1st, and that would come out of my checking account, and then on the 31st it came out of my credit card account, and it showed up as fees because I paid off my credit card like 2 months ago. Well, all of a sudden I had $14.95 on my freaking Amazon credit card billing statement. I'm like, why do I even have a balance? I have not charged anything. It took me a while to get down to the bottom of it, but yeah, that's essentially it. If you do not go on to the Audible website account and take off any card, and if they can't charge any card at all because there's no backup method, they will just cancel your account. But it does state on their website that they will charge any other card that you have ever used and has been stored on your Amazon Prime account to purchase items off of Amazon Prime. Yeah. My Audible did not even have my current debit card number, but yet they were still charging that account because of using it on Amazon Prime. They still had my old debit card number. They still had my old credit card number when I originally signed up from Audible. And then they but yet they were still charging me because it was another card I've used on Amazon Prime, they were able to use that checking account number. I canceled my Amazon Prime card. I had to dispute the charges, and then I closed the credit card, and I shredded it today. They also just recently lowered my limit from $500 to $100. Like, what the F am I going to buy for $100? I can use that my money on my checking account. I'm trying to build credit, and these credit cards keep lowering my limit right when I'm paying them off. It just pisses me off. My care credit's doing the same thing, and so I'm over the limit beyond that because they lowered my limit, and then now I'm over the limit because they lowered my credit limit. So yeah, I have some more bills to BS with, to deal with. Thank goodness I'm home. Gotta park further in the driveway. I really gotta pee. It's hard to focus, but I gotta do that. So anyways, thank you guys for staying awake with me and listening to me talk about random stuff. I love you all. Continue to be you. Never give up. Believe in yourself. You never know how much life you got left in you. I'm trying to live till I'm 100 because living and life is beautiful. Never give up. Peace out.